Ever wished you could just like, I don't know, absorb the core insights of a YouTube video without actually watching the whole thing?
Yeah.
Today we're diving into something seriously cool. Using Python and AI to basically create, it's almost like a shortcut for your brain, you know?
Nice.
We recently stumbled across this Medium article. It's by Sajrin Saxdeba,
Okay.
and it's called, get this, Brevity, the cosmic condenser of wordy galaxies.
I love it.
Right. July 2024.
Catchy.
The title alone, you could just tell this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
So Sachin walks us through some code, and it's not just lines on a screen. It's like a recipe for unlocking this whole new way to consume information.
Yeah, totally.
So to kick things off, what are the tools? What are like the magic ingredients that make this happen?
Well, the process relies on a trio of publicly available Python libraries.
Okay.
Think of them as like, specialized ingredients, PyTube, Whisper, and LangChain.
Okay, intriguing. Break those down for me. Like, what does each one actually do?
So picture this. PyTube is your super efficient downloader.
Okay.
Grabs the YouTube video like in a flash.
Okay.
Then Whisper steps in. It's like a super-powered transcriber. Turns all that audio into text that the AI can actually understand. And then finally, we have LangChain. LangChain is like the maestro of summarization. Pulls out the most important points from that transcript.
Okay, so it's like a digital relay race for information.
Exactly.
And Sachin found a way to automate this whole process.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
But here's where it gets really interesting for me. He uses this thing, I think a lot of people have heard of it, called a large language model, or LLM, for the summarization part.
Right.
Specifically something called a llama. Have you messed around with that one at all?
I have. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And that's where we move beyond simple keyword extraction.
Oh.
LLMs are like the brainiacs of the AI world.
Okay.
They're trained on mountains of data, which allows them to actually grasp context, nuance, even humor.
Wow.
Which is really cool.
So it's not just spitting out a robotic list of bullet points.
Right.
It's actually understanding the content on a deeper level.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what makes this so powerful.
Yeah.
It's not just about summarizing YouTube videos. Imagine applying this to dense research papers, meeting notes.
Oh, man.
Even those long-winded emails we all get.
Ugh. Stop, you're speaking my language. Okay, now I'm seeing the potential here. This could be a game changer for how we process information.
For sure.
Now, I know what you're thinking. You're listening to this and you're like, coding, AI, sounds complicated. But here's the thing. Sachin breaks it down into 3 really, really clear steps. He walks us through the code, and it's surprisingly approachable, even if you're not, a coding wizard. And he does it with a sense of humor, which I always appreciate.
It's true. His writing style is very engaging. And the fact that he co-authored this piece with ChatGPT, talk about meta,
Whoa.
It's AI helping to explain AI.
Okay, so we've got the tools, we've got the process. Now let's dive into those 3 steps and see how this actually works.
Yeah, let's do it.
Step 1, as you might expect, is about getting that video content.
Right.
And Sachin, being the efficiency guru, uses a clever trick here. He sets things up to snag the lowest resolution version of the video.
Interesting.
Now, why would he do that? I mean, who wants a blurry video? What's the thinking there?
It's all about speed and optimization.
Okay.
See, the lower the resolution, the faster it downloads, and the less data there is to process. He's essentially streamlining the whole pipeline for maximum efficiency.
It's like he's thinking like 10 steps ahead, and that's going to pay off when we get to the AI part, right?
Absolutely.
Because processing time is like everything when it comes to this stuff.
Absolutely, yeah. It's like, clearing the on-ramp before you hit the Autobahn.
Right.
And speaking of hitting the accelerator, step 2 is where Whisper really kicks in.
Okay, yeah, this is the part that, I don't know, it always blows my mind about AI. It's not just transcribing, it's actually like understanding the audio, right?
Yeah, you got it. Whisper uses, it's called a deep neural network.
Okay.
Trained on a massive, massive data set of audio and text. So it's basically learned how to recognize patterns in spoken language, including, all the nuances like accents and different speaking styles.
Okay, pause for a second.
Yeah.
Because I want to make sure I'm wrapping my head around this. So it's not just matching sounds to words like those, like those old school dictation programs.
Right.
It's actually interpreting the meaning behind the words.
You're catching on. That's exactly it. That's what makes this different. It's not just about literal transcription. It's about semantic understanding.
Yeah.
Which is like crucial for accurate summarization.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And once we have that transcript, then it's time for the main event,
Mm-hmm.
summarization with LangChain and this Llama LLM. Now, I'll admit, when I first read about LLMs, I was picturing, I don't know, like a supercomputer the size of a building or something. But what's wild is that Sachin is using this readily available LLM just like he's using PyTube and Whisper.
Yeah, yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
It's a testament to how accessible this technology is becoming.
Yeah.
Which is exciting, you know? It means you don't need a massive budget or a team of engineers to start, experimenting with AI.
That's huge. Okay, so LangChain takes the transcript, it feeds it to a llama.
Yeah.
And then how does this LLM actually go about summarizing something? I mean, we all know how hard it is to summarize something, well, even as humans.
That's the million-dollar question, right? At the risk of oversimplifying, you can think of an LLM as a vast network of interconnected concepts and relationships.
Oh, yeah.
So when you feed it text, it's not just passively storing it, it's actively analyzing, the relationships between words, sentences, even entire paragraphs. It's identifying those core ideas and how they connect to each other.
So it's almost like creating a mind map of the entire transcript.
That's a great way to put it, yeah. And once it has that internal map, it can then generate a summary that captures the essence of the content, in a concise and coherent way.
That's incredible. It's almost like reverse engineering the thought process behind the video.
Right.
Finding those core nuggets of wisdom and presenting them in this, neat little package.
And what's fascinating is that as these LLMs evolve, they're getting better and better at mimicking how humans actually summarize information. They can even pick up on things like tone and style, which is pretty amazing.
So in theory, you could even have different LLMs that specialize in summarizing, say, like technical content versus something more creative or conversational.
Exactly. And that's something that researchers are already exploring, like training LLMs on specific types of text to enhance their accuracy and fluency in different domains.
Wow. Okay, my brain is officially buzzing with possibilities here. But, even with all this amazing technology, there's always that human element. And Sachin even mentions in his article, like he sees this as a collaboration between humans and AI.
Yeah, I think that's an important point. This isn't about replacing human understanding. It's about augmenting it. It's about, giving us tools to navigate the ever-growing ocean of information that's out there.
Exactly. It's like having a super-powered research assistant who can sift through all the noise and be like, here's the good stuff.
So for you listening, if you're even a little bit curious about this, I highly, highly recommend checking out Sachin's article. We'll link it in the show notes. It's well written, it's engaging, and it really gives you a feel for the potential here. And who knows, maybe this will inspire you to explore the world of Python and AI yourself. It's certainly got me thinking about all the cool things we can do when we combine human ingenuity with these powerful new tools. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep into this fascinating world around us.